We're gonna be putting everything away, get the trailer off. I'm gonna stay home a couple of days, start working on the truck, trying to get everything like more and more legal and legit as possible. So fill the airbags up, put the legs down, drop the airbags down. No need to use the crank. I don't even know why I have the crank out, to be honest. Just didn't even have to touch it. We got unlocked here and then backed up a wee bit too far, but not a big deal. So it's all pretty simple. Just gotta get that block of wood out and then we will be good. Start working on stuff. I want to see, apparently you can run these tires with just a 1/4 inch spacer rather than having a 2 inch in between, and you can see like how much is in between. So apparently you can get away with a 2 inch or with a 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna do that, and then I want to do the front right brake hose, so and go from there. You guys see, look how clean it is back here. Like this is, it's pretty dang clean. I keep my dirty clothes and whatnot in there, but you can see just how clean the truck is. I might go get it washed tonight. We'll see how much time I have, but gonna end up fighting to get this guy out. Now we got the board. Let's get her pulled out. Looks pretty good. All right. I got everything back here. See, I like this wood because this keeps, that's like the perfect distance. And boom, look at that. So, did finally get a tailgate. I don't know, what do you guys think? I like the look of them like pushed out a little bit, but that's just me. I like that look. I'm gonna try to get rid of it and see how it runs without it. I've never had a problem with DOT complaining about it, but it is something that, you know, technically is illegal. So unfortunately, I'm probably just gonna end up getting rid of it. I really love the look of it sticking out, but I'll just keep the spacers on me just in case. But I do need to go order, I'm probably gonna order a 1/4 inch spacer just to push them apart, but I'm gonna see just how close they are when they, without the spacer, and then I'll probably put the 2 inch spacer back between. I just wanna know, for, you know, purposes unknown, I wanna know why you can't do that. But I wanna get this brake hose replaced first, because I do feel like the truck's getting held back by something. And I know the exhaust manifold gaskets are one thing. I also need to go get coolant. We're gonna flush the system because I think I've gotten rid of all the coolant leaks, but what's happening is with just running water, obviously it boils at, I think it was 212. Also, I need to get a new grill. That's on the to-do list. Get one of them at some point. But I believe the coolant boiling at 212, it also heats up a lot easier, and I think that's where we're blowing all our coolant out. So I don't think there's any leaks left, but let's one step at a time. Somebody send me some used mega cab flares. Let's go. Come on, 400 bucks. I'll buy them all day. So I'm trying to lose as little fluid as possible, okay? So what happened is this nut is actually seized to the line that we're keeping. And you guys can see there's a little bit of air coming out of there. So that means we're on the right track. I did let this bleeder screw loose, like guys had mentioned, and it didn't actually like shoot fluid out. It just kind of like, it took a good solid like 20 seconds before it started leaking fluid. This is the caliper. This is a brand new caliper actually, and this is the one that's kind of like locked, and you know, you can like, I can barely get that. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna pull this off, replace the line here, and then I'm gonna end up just spinning this at the bottom, like you can see, just like that. So I'm gonna put this side on first and then that side, and then I'm gonna have to find a way to bleed this myself. So since we're replacing this line, I'm just gonna use vice grips on it, which is fine. And then now someone mentioned I used vice grips on the fitting, the one in the back, and it's like basically this thing just wanted to leak all night. One of my pistons was actually ruined. I had to use a vice grip on the line that was on the back left because the piston came apart and I didn't want to replace it till the morning. So someone was like, oh, you can't use vice grips on those lines, you'll destroy it. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong, but the problem is I had to, because had I not done that, all my brake fluid would have leaked out all night. So, whereas I agree with you, there was nothing I could have done about it. So, now that we got the new line on, I'm gonna unspin the old line and try to quickly, oh, this is actually gonna be really bad, because if that's seized on there, oh boy, I don't know how I'm gonna actually do this. This is, maybe I'll untwist it and then, yeah, or I'll twist it the opposite way. This will be fun. I can't film this though because I can't get you guys in there. Well, I did it. Now, I got a few comments on me asking, hey, what do you guys think it is? Because you know what? I replaced the caliper. I didn't replace the line. We also have a wheel bearing on here. And, you know, you get a couple of people that are just know-it-alls and like, oh, you're a mechanic, you should know. No, that's not how it works, okay? This is why people get false information. Because even if I know what I'm doing, I can still ask a question, but if people are afraid to ask questions because of, you know, assholes like that say, oh, you're a mechanic, you should know how to do it. Or if you don't know how to do it, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Like, those are the types of people that ruin it for the people that are trying to learn. Even if, like, say I knew, like, yeah, I figured it could have been the line, but I also have a wheel bearing on here. How do I know it's not the wheel bearing? Because now that I just replaced that line, you know, also, I wanted to check the line and I blew into it, and it actually took a lot of force for me to actually blow through it. I should have done that on the new one to see, but I got like, whatever brake fluid, I got that in my mouth. That's disgusting. So you're gonna see me spitting for a while. But I'm letting it gravity bleed now. I just went and pumped the brakes up. I don't have a second person. Usually, you know, pump them 3 times, hold, let loose. But I'm assuming that it's the brakes just because of what color these are. You can see that there's brake dust all over the wheel and whatnot. So I'm gonna assume it's the brake line, but I don't know. You know, it could be the wheel bearing, but let's go with the obvious first, and there's that. But don't ever be the type of person that says, oh, you know, you should know or you shouldn't be doing, no. This is why people get false information, and this is why jobs get screwed up, and, you know, have people do it right, answer the question like an adult, and be done with it, you know? Help people. That's basically the goal. So, I'm still debating on back there. I kind of wanted to take the spacers off, but I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to. I'm gonna see, I don't know. I really like that, and I don't know. I'm gonna see about just putting mud flaps on. I've never had a problem with it. If it comes to be a problem in the future, I'll take them off if I have to, but, or maybe for home. Sorry if my face is messed up. I don't even know what I look like right now. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a nice set of wheels for when I'm home and just swap them out when who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I just like this look, but never had a problem. So I think it all goes together. I've always liked the stance of a fat dually. That's just me, but I'm letting this thing gravity bleed, so that's gonna take me a hot minute. But, oh, I think I'm gonna leave the rear alone. But I do wanna clean, while I'm waiting, I do wanna clean the hub. Same with the wheel. All right, we got Woody over here helping us with the, Woody the door prop, helping us with the brake bleeding. Basically, you know, give her a couple good pumps. Stick them under there, and then there we go. Give them a couple good pumps, and then we'll let the bleeder screw off. See, you gotta improvise, because I wasn't sitting here. Listen to this. Oh, look at that, no air. We are golden. Let's throw the wheel back on, clean our mess up. All right, so I know I said this, I got wheel simulators coming. I've said it a million times, but people told me, oh, you should just paint the rims, you know, and go from there. Now, the problem I have with painted rims is I already painted these once, and then when you rotate them, it flips around. That's kind of why I like the simulators. I just like the look of the simulators. Steelies just I don't feel like they look good. Either get a set of Alcoas or simulators. That's just the way. Now, I get it, you know, the 4500 and 5500s, the simulators look like ass, okay? The 3rd gens, I think, the 3rd gen dualies and the 4th gen dualies are the only trucks that I think actually have nice looking simulators. So that's what I'm gonna get. And if they fall off, I'm gonna replace them one at a time, as opposed to, you know, having to buy a whole set, because there's 8 pieces to 4 simulators. So that's what I'm doing. Also, so I'm very short. So once upon a time, I had this great idea that I was gonna weld a pedal extension to the truck, okay? Well, and then I found out, you know, a year down the road, I found out that they make adjustable, not the clutch pedal itself, but the hydraulics. And I'm like, well, screw it. So I cut it off, but then when I want to drive barefoot, this kind of nicks and cuts you. So I'm gonna cut that off. And then, I don't know what I did with it, but I have one of these protectors, one of the rubber footings for that. So as opposed to before, I had like an exhaust pipe that was welded to it and then that. So I'm just gonna take this to it and get that off, and then we're gonna do it, probably get the inside detailed after this, because this is gonna be brutal. Well, I created a great sacrifice. I have to clean all this up now, but we have a third pedal. Look at that, OEM. I need to get a second one there, but I'm gonna take the air compressor, blow all that shit back out, and we'll go from there. I still taste brake fluid. It's disgusting. One of you guys said drill this thing out so I could have it closer. Well, I don't think they realized, or even I realized, that this is a solid shank from like somewhere in here. Oh, it's not. It's not a solid shank. I'm actually drilling through the thing. Oh, that would have never worked. I had no idea. Well, I guess we can't do that. To be honest, I didn't think of that. Oh well. Cool, now we got this nifty little hole on the side. We'll see, maybe, I don't know. I guess we're not gonna make that work. I wanted, like, somebody mentioned that I could have it, like I bumped it up against the front up here, so I could actually have it like all the way in, so it would only stick out to like here. But I guess it's for the better that it doesn't work, because if it worked, I would probably leave it there. But now we do have a bigger pinhole, so I can do that, but oh well. All right, so here she is. This is basically, you know, where I'm gonna leave this part of the video off, and then tomorrow I'll be coming back to it. I really cannot get over how good this thing looks. Like, I don't know. Actually, with that bumper and with the new tires, usually I like the look of the two-wheel drive trucks, maybe with a little bit more of aggressive tire, but I think, I don't know, I want to drop the front down a little bit, not a lot, but just enough. I think it actually looks good where it's at, you know? There's some new flares on it, and yeah, she looks good. And the nice thing about the tailgate is that it has Laramie on it. This is a Laramie truck, so that makes me a little happy having that. But she squats a little bit, especially with the trailer, so I would like to get, you know, some 2500 Hemi springs or something along those lines, something that can just drop the front down a little bit. That's all I want, like, you know, 2 inches. You know, it sits right here, maybe let it sit like right here. That would be perfect, I think. So other than that, I also need this toolbox to stop moving. It always slides over. It's pretty obnoxious, but you really can't do anything because there's no mounts on it. So still need to get the motor for that. And then, oh, let me know, what do you guys think about the duals, how they are? Like, I like it. I think when you come back, it has a nice meaty stance to it. It's not like super aggressive, like, you know, like it was before. That was pretty aggressive. I liked it, but there's a time and a place for it. Obviously, you know, I gotten a bunch of questions on why I had those tires. I actually came from, once I stopped doing, you know, transport the first time, I decided I got into mobile mechanic because it was something I could stay local and make, you know, okay money. It wasn't the best money in the world, I'm not gonna lie. I think my rate back then was like 70 bucks an hour. Just, it wasn't really my thing. I was tired of working on people's stuff, and just, that's basically it. The write-offs were terrible. I'd have to keep buying tools, and it's like, with this, the write-offs are better. All I gotta do is haul stuff. I'm in comfort all day. I don't gotta worry about, you know, it being super hot or it's raining out one day. So that's why I ran those old tires, okay? I got them because I didn't have to drive a lot, and I did have to occasionally go off-road for certain jobs. Now, don't get me wrong, they came in handy great when I was doing power only, but now that we're moving into the trailer world and car hauling, these I think are perfect. You know, I could have went with stock size, but realistically, to run this size on your truck, this is a 285 7017. They look like stock tires to me, but they are way bigger if you compare them to a stock tire. You really only need a 1/4 inch spacer from what I'm told. So You can see, so I don't know if you can see that, but the wheel, they're still a little skinnier than the wheel. So whereas they won't touch when you put them side by side, when you put a load on it, they'll touch at the bottom. And I always get in an argument with this with people, okay? So obviously, if a tire touches at the bottom, it will blow out. It will create a lot of friction. If a tire is forced together and touched the entire way around, I don't care what anybody says, it will not blow out. It won't. I don't give a shit who says it will, who says it's gonna be an issue. It's not. I ran my tires touching the whole way around. You know, they were pressed together pretty hard. The sidewall cannot flex. It cannot cause an issue. If they're forced together, there will be no friction. They're stuck in one spot and you're good. It's not gonna blow out, okay? Got into an argument with many people. I know a few people that have run tires, and obviously we're doing this with mud tires, so they only last like 50, 55,000 miles, sometimes 40,000, but they've never blown out. I've actually ran mine and I still got 55,000 miles out of mine with tires touching. I didn't let them touch more than like 5 or 10,000 miles, but I still did it. It didn't cause any premature issues. So, but if you want to do it, you can. I don't recommend it because I like the spacer. I like the way they look when they're out a little bit, but you can do it. People on the internet would just like to argue about anything, but no, you're not gonna have an issue if the tires touch all the way around, okay? It's a fact. Okay, so not in this video, but probably the next one, we're gonna start getting this trailer ready. It's another day, by the way. I haven't been really doing anything today, but we are preparing to go purchase another trailer. Unfortunately, every deal fell through with the wedge, with the 45-foot ship sheet. It all fell through. So what do? You just got to keep your head up, and I'm gonna be going sometime this or next week. I got to make a trip up to Massachusetts. We are picking up a 36-foot Kaufman 2-car trailer, okay? The best thing in the world, but it's 36 foot. So we're picking up a 36-foot Kaufman 2-car trailer. I'm done with the 32-footer. It's just, you really can't fit 2 cars on it. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be a permanent addition to the fleet. I mean, I might keep it permanently, but I say that, but I'll probably end up selling it. Because we're gonna upgrade in the future, but we're going to get Liam right now. And then I got a couple of things to do to the truck. I wanna get it washed, make it look presentable. I'm still trying to find a decent set of removable mud flaps. I used to have a set that actually went behind the rear wheels instead of on the back, but I can't find them anymore. They were like $100 and they like bolt to the frame. Can't find them anymore, so I might just have to get the ones that go to the hitch, which means I gotta fix the lock on it. So let's get moving. AC's nice. All right, so we're at the trailer. I think first thing, I actually got a few things in the PO box that I want to show you guys at some point, but I do today. I want to get this cleaned up and go over what's mine and what's company equipment. So this will help me out down the road, but I want to get this thing organized basically, because we're trying to do this right and do it as correct as possible. I just want to make sure everything looks good, okay? So then maybe we can take the trailer to get washed, not today, but maybe tomorrow. But you guys asked about this come along, so I have no idea. American Power Pull Corp. I got two of these from Alex, and then one of the hooks actually broke off, so I don't have the other one anymore. But didn't realize these things failed so easily. But yeah, that came from Tow Piglet. He didn't want them, and I did, so they're mine now. I got 2 of these guys from Louie. Louie seems to always have the cool shit. 2 of those, a tailgate. Liam over here helping. You want to get that out? I want to go over straps, chains, binders, see what we got that's correct and what's ours, what's not. Rewrap this guy, and we'll go from there. All right, so went through, neatened everything up. I know, truck looks great. That's why I'm starting off here. This thing, super happy. So I'm gonna do the winch cable at some point. I need to grab the spare tire and go replace that at some point. But I went through here, and obviously, so I put my stuff on one side and his stuff on the other, the owner of the trailer. So at some point, maybe we'll see if I can't just buy everything. But there's a lot of things I'm not gonna need when I go to get the Kaufman. So the two-car trailer should be able to get that and only have to use wheel straps. I actually here's a bunch of stuff I'm just gonna end up throwing away as opposed to using it. Just don't want to have the DOT violations. We're gonna start going with everything brand new. I got a set of 4 new straps and binders, not binders, straps and ratchets at the house someone sent. So I'm gonna start buying brand new equipment and go from there. But in the meantime, you know, we're gonna use the old Dodge with it's a 2019. So just moving some money around, making sure we can swing it. 6,500 bucks for the trailer, and gonna spend some money this month, but we're actually gonna own a trailer for once. So that way, if anything happens, say I wanna go start my own authority or any of that, I don't have to worry about leasing a trailer from somebody. Now, again, you know, it's only gonna be a temporary solution. I may go and get another trailer down the road. I may keep it, who knows. $6,500 really isn't a lot of money, so I figured, you know what, let's just swing it. I definitely want a 3-car at some point. That will probably happen, but this thing's gonna need a bit of work too. I found a set of mud flaps before. I used to run these. It was basically 2 brackets. It would bolt into the frame hole back there, and then it would sit right along this, and you could, you know, remove them when you don't need them. And then when you're on the road, you could literally just pop them in, put a pin. I don't see them on Amazon anymore. I see the ones that go back behind, so that's probably the route we'll go. They're like $350, 400 bucks. Stupid expensive for a set of mud flaps. Might even make my own, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. You guys let me know. How's she looking? You know, still needs some hood work. You know, I'm not gonna hide anything. Still needs a grill. This grill keeps falling off, so I'm getting there. Still needs a fender, but it's coming together. I think that's where we're gonna end it off. I was gonna wash it, but I feel like the video is long enough. Maybe we'll wash it tomorrow and go from there. But Liam had some fun. Show him your hands. How dirty are your hands? Yeah, he's playing with the chains. So other than that, oh, a bunch of you guys asked me how I wired in my AC switch. So as you guys know, I put a thermistor back behind. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I put that back. I actually ran it to both sides of the relay, so when it clicks off, basically it just shorts the relay on both sides. I tried running it through the ground, and no matter what, it really doesn't trip anything. So I tried it, it didn't work. Probably my fault that it didn't work, but I'm gonna come back to that sometime in the winter time. I'll go back to it, because for now I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that I have AC and the kiddos have AC. If what's not broke, don't fix it, you know. Just gonna enjoy it for now. That way I don't have to worry about breaking it or anything like that. So it's not rigged, but it's not where I want it to be either. It's not perfect. So let's go home. I'm gonna go edit the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I noticed there's 44,000 of you guys that are repeat viewers. Just hit the subscribe button. Come on, it's free. What do you got to lose? So this is the first and probably the last time I'll ask you guys to subscribe. Usually I don't ask you, but you know, subscribe. Let's see. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We gained 1,600 subscribers this month. Let's do it. Appreciate you guys. Safe travels. Don't do anything crazy. And I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you. Bye.